This could actually save Kotaku, if it's even worth being saved in the first place. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. Kotaku is hiring an editor-in-chief to take over the reins and redirect the nonsense, the complete abysmal joke of an organization that somehow is still trudging along in 2024, even though nobody actually goes to Kotaku anymore. Their numbers are way down. Their articles are one-sided, completely biased, joke journalists that are actually activists posing as journalists. All of their trust has been thrown out the window in order to push the message. But I saw this posting this morning from GO Media when I was doing some research on my Kotaku Detected page on SmashJT.com, and I was like, oh! My first thoughts were, wow, okay, GO Media finally gets it. They're looking to hire someone to rein in the troops and reprimand the people that are out of line and hold people accountable and get the tarnished image of Kotaku back to reality so that it can be respected once again. And then I read through the job posting and I was like, eesh, this is just more of the same. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for the full article breaking down this position being hired for, a new editor-in-chief at Kotaku. And for those of you that aren't familiar with the power structure of how the editorials work at these publications, the editor-in-chief is the top dog, the one in charge, the one that tells everyone exactly what they need to be doing and keeping them in line. This is a position that has been desperately needed for a very long time at this company. Where I look at their org chart right now, listed on their website, don't worry, this is from Kotaku themselves, Carolyn Petit is the managing editor. Directly underneath, we are all familiar with Alyssa Mercante, the senior editor. These two positions are both below the editor-in-chief, meaning that when situations arise that you need to get in contact with someone there, you'd want to talk to someone who has authority that can reprimand their employees and maybe even apologize for transgressions or poor actions that have been taken in the past. Like when one of the employees, Alyssa Mercante, reached out and found my wife's personal information and DM'd her trying to cause a divorce, among many other things that she has done to me personally and yet never been held accountable. And the only retort I've heard was from her superior, Carolyn Petit, that backed up her actions and basically said that he'd do the same thing. Carolyn Petit being a trans woman or man? I don't know. So when I first saw that Kotaku was offering an editor-in-chief position at the company, I was like, finally, somebody that would be on top of these people, in charge of the entire organization, taking accountability and making it better, steering the ship in the right direction, doing better things to better the video game industry in general, as opposed to whatever the hell Kotaku's been doing for the better part of the past decade plus. The job listing on GO Media emphasizes the need for a diversity hire in their new hire, specifically mentioning a preference for candidates who are not straight white males. And that right there kind of threw me for a loop. I'm like, okay, so they're looking to put someone in charge of the loony bin, of the nut house, and saying, hey, okay, you guys are all insane, let's redirect this ship and make it better, by hiring someone exactly like you Looney Tunes. Specifically, it says, GO Media is deeply committed to fostering a transparently inclusive workplace environment, and people of color, women, people with disabilities, veterans, and LGBTQIA+, holy shit, that's an alphabet, candidates are very strongly encouraged to apply. Our company-wide mission is to reach very diverse audiences, and so we are deeply committed to having teams and leaders that reflect this mission. Pretty straightforward. They want to make sure they hire someone who's not white, not straight, and not a male. And then you continue on and you read, oh, let's cover our asses here with all this actual legal stuff. GO Media provides equal employment opportunities to all employees and applicants for employment and prohibits discrimination and harassment of any type without regard to race, color, religion, age, sex, national origin, disability. This is absolutely hysterical. Both of these things are in the same exact job offer, like a few lines down from each other, completely contradicting themselves. And then nestled in between those is something even funnier. The vaccination policy. It's 2024. This is almost comical. The company is committed to public health and to the safety and well-being of our colleagues, visitors, and volunteers. As such, we have adopted a policy requiring all employees be vaccinated against COVID-19 or to meet legal guidelines for an exemption. In 2024, they're still listing this on their job application, which makes me wonder one of two things, and both are just as bad as each other. One, they have not updated their policy, so it still dates back to the pandemic, and they just forgot to update it. Or two, they meant to include it because they still actually believe that you have to be vaccinated to work at these places. That in itself is completely mind-blowing to me. But I'm going to lean towards they forgot to take this out or update it because they just generically put this into every job application that they have. Okay, but you read through this application and I've already gone through contradictions and old things that need to be updated and removed and fixed. They haven't done any of this, and if anything, it's racist, it's sexist, it's out of date. It's the most embarrassing job application coming from a former recruiter that I have seen written up. It almost makes me feel like Carolyn Petit himself was the one that wrote this and put it together, cobbled these words together, trying to find someone in his image so that he could feel comfortable in that environment. Let's take a closer look at this actual application. This is a very visible role, both internally and externally, and we need someone who can represent the brand and the company with integrity and smarts. Well, that would be a first. Integrity and smarts. Of course, you'd want someone in charge to do this there. But before I even go on, I was thinking about this and I'm like, who in their right mind would apply to Kotaku and take on the challenge of trying to re-steer this ship in the right direction? And the answer is, no one logical would accept this offer. Kotaku themselves could personally call me and be like, hey Jeff, we really want you to work for us because we agree with how you are seeing things in the game industry and we're willing to pay you $500,000 to uproot your life and move to New York. I wouldn't do it. I genuinely would not do it. It would take a hell of a lot more money, like the $1 Million Man always says. Everyone's got a price. It would take a hell of a lot more than $500,000 for me to fly cross country, uproot my life, and it would have to be guaranteed money, by the way, because I'm not trusting them as far as I could throw them. A guaranteed contract in the millions of dollars. I'm talking Ninja on Mixer type money. Like, that's the kind of offer they'd need to give to me or anyone logical that would even consider trying to take on this challenge, because that's how much of a sinking ship Kotaku actually is. Which, when I think of it like that, it makes me realize that no, who they're going to hire is not somebody that has the best intentions of turning the ship around. It's going to be someone who falls in line with all these other people that already work there because they want to be comfortable. They want to feel like they belong and that they fit in with these weird nose ring mafia types. Essential duties and responsibilities. In collaboration with your managers and audience development, shepherd a menu of content with a heavy emphasis on tips, guides, and reviews designed to grow audience and drive traffic. Well, at least they're going back to focusing on guides and tips and reviews, something that has been left astray with the current clientele that is employed there. Refine the voice and mission of the site, ensuring they are in line with the goals of Geo Media. What the hell are the goals of Geo Media? Because all I've seen are Geo Media cares about extreme diversity, and that's all they preach all the time, but they don't even follow through on their own words because everyone there is anything but a straight white male. And actual diversity would include a straight white male. Craft the editorial calendar. Liaise with sales for package opportunities. Manage budget, logistics, and resource allocation for the department. Use data insights and analytics to understand our audience and inform the way we commission, curate, and edit stories. Then share those learnings with the team. So the person that would be hired for this editor-in-chief role would be the top dog. The buck stops here. Everyone would have to be approved by this person. It would be the person in charge of basically everything at Kotaku. So this is such an extremely important position. It's got to be paying, what, upwards of, it's New York? For someone at the top of a major video game publication based in New York City, I would guess somewhere between 400, 450 minimum. I mean, I could see it going upwards of 500, maybe even $600,000. Because this is such an extremely important position. 7+ years editorial experience in digital media, including 5 years of experience as an editor in the gaming space, demonstrable passion for gaming, experience leading a large editorial team. Like, everything here is screaming, holy crap, this is going to be a very expensive paid position for someone. I can't wait to find out what they're paying for it. This position has a range of $125,000 to $180,000 annually. In downtown New York City, you're getting paid what equates to almost minimum wage to run an entire company. That is hysterical. This isn't gonna work. Change won't change unless they change. And that's exactly what the problem is with Kotaku. They've been infiltrated by these weirdos that have their agendas that they want to push all the time, and then when anyone so much as speaks against it, they are excommunicated from this cult, this mafia, this weirdo group of people that's so tight-knit that all they want to do is end you, cancel you, destroy your life, ruin everything about you, call your employer, get you fired, call your wife, get you divorced. Anything you try to say to stop them, you are now the bad guy. These type of people are the ones that would be led by an editor-in-chief. Yeah, okay, for $125,000, good luck with that. I started the petition on change.org to end Kotaku, and in it, I called for sweeping changes from within. If Kotaku failed to change, then it would need to be shut down for the betterment of the entire video game industry. And honestly, on a personal note, I was genuinely excited when I saw this job opportunity come up to fix Kotaku's issues, until I actually read through the job offer and I was like, this is just another one of those types of people in a long line of those types of people. It's not diversity of thought, it's diversity of what you look like. As long as you're not a straight white dude, you're probably going to be hired by Kotaku. You probably had a nose ring too. I think you get one of those for free for everyone that enrolls with working there. This is the problem with Kotaku. And until something changes up top, nothing is going to fix it. And like I've said in this video, no one's going to go in there and try to fix it with the type of people that are working under them. They're probably going to get lawsuits, harassment, allegations thrown at them. It's not worth it. Like, everything that would happen with these types of people, they are just an HR nightmare. And anyone looking to take this position would have to fall in line with them. And this is honestly the grave they've dug themselves by putting themselves in this position by not actually hiring based off of merit, but hiring based off diversity. These are the problems that we find ourselves in. It's the bed you've made, now go lay in it. I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information or full details on the job posting, I will link the SmashJT.com article in the description below. If you guys appreciate what I'm doing here, don't be shy. Consider hitting that join button like a few of you guys already have. Genuinely appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing. Smash